I welcome all film lovers to our channel. Today we have prepared for you a selection of interesting Ukrainian films, different genres. My dear viewers, please help us develop the channel, write comments, express your opinion about the watched movie, like and subscribe to our channel. Let's popularize Ukrainian language content together. The film Such Beautiful People opens today's selection. Such Beautiful People, 2013 genre, drama. The film was shot in Ivano-Frankivsk, Feodosia, on the shores of the Sea of Azov on the Arabatskaya Aro and in Kyiv. Two friends, Luba and Marta, decided to spend some time on a deserted island near sea. One moved to live on the seashore with her whole family, and the second preferred it loneliness. Two different worlds are shown here. Family comfort and asceticism, which will continue not too long, because love comes when you least expect it. Marta is a lonely 38-year-old fisherman who has long since lost faith in herself and in the possibility to meet a loved one. She lives alone, the days pass by themselves, and it seems that it will always be like this until a traveling photographer appears in Marta's life and the writer Ivan. Don't miss another gem of Ukrainian cinema. Cherry Nights. After the expulsion of the fascists from Western Ukraine, the UPA organization begins a struggle with the Soviet authorities. The Germans retreated far to the west, and the city was dominated by Soviet troops, bringing fraternal speech, order and an atmosphere of intense anticipation of disaster. The life of a provincial town, at first glance, has a measured and peaceful flow, which was interrupted by inexplicable gunfights in the streets and unexpected disappearances of work colleagues. But this conditional silence was just a cover for underground activities, the Army of the Unconquered, which existed next to the Soviet army. It was an army of shadows, consisting of peasants and military, civilian townspeople, who challenged the monster with their own patriotism. In the name of the NKVD, the struggle of the UPA against the occupiers would have continued even further, if not for human ability to love and betrayal. Unbreakable, 2015 genre, military drama. Historical drama based on real events. The tape tells about a heroic girl named Lyudmila Pavlyuchenko, who was a sniper when the war came. She could not stand aside because it might take away her beloved a person. The film covers the events that took place between 1937 and 1957. Despite her youth, a little over 20 years old, she killed almost 400 fascist occupiers. In addition, Lyudmila Pavlyuchenko is known for her fight for women's rights. Bright special effects were added to the movie, and they did not forget about the main plotline, the attempt of a person to remain yourself during the war and not lose a loved one. Grandfather, 2021 genre, drama. Andrei Petrovich Lviv, a veteran of the Great Patriotic War, lived honestly and according to justice. In the same way, he raised his daughter, granddaughter, and then his great-grandson Andreyka, but so that the young man, having gone to serve in the army, could not come to terms with the arbitrariness of the evil and complex Captain Efremov. In a state of alcoholic insanity, the captain shot the boy. According to the official version, became careless handling of weapons. The old man learned the truth only 6 months later from a demobilized comrade great-grandson, and this truth intersected with his own secret. However, the old man took his prize pistol and went to the garrison town restore justice. Zheva, 2016. The film is based on real events. The tape reveals unknown pages from the life of the Ukrainian liaison officer Anna Popovich. No politics and propaganda, only the destinies of people in the circumstances and events that we know. Filming lasted for 3 years. Filmed in the part of the Carpathians where it actually is the real story of the life of the main character Anna Popovich unfolded, in Gorgony. At the age of 91, Popovich told her story to the authors of the film and allowed it to be filmed. During the shooting, advanced technologies were used, which were not yet available in Ukraine. Unique construction of the composition of the visual series, original author's soundtrack, artistic design, use of real equipment and weapons of the 1940s to 50s, staging battle scenes, working with the best military consultants and historians of Ukraine. Stop Earth, 2021. Stop Zemlya is a tape of purely Ukrainian production. In the center of the plot is 16-year-old Masha, who studies in a simple school in Kyiv. She has some problems in communicating with her peers, but she is helped to cope with this. Yana and Senya are best friends. The heroine is very worried about the final exams, but she is also taken out of her comfort zone by falling in love with her classmate Sashka. She perfectly understands that if she does not dare to talk about her feelings, she will never does not know if they are mutual. The film is played by non-professional teenage actors, with whom the director and author of the script tapes, Katerina Gornoste, worked in the acting laboratory in the fall of 2019. PAMFIR, 2023 country, Ukraine, France, Hungary. The events of the tape unfold in the village of Bukovina on the eve of the traditional the holiday of Malanka. The main character is a good family man, to whom fate gives a test, where he turns from the honest way for the sake of his family. Pamfur, so called the main character, returns home after a long absence, to be with family. His teenage son does not want his father to go abroad again, so he sets arson, which leads to a large-scale fire in the village. Pamfur's family's unconditional love backfires and forces him to turn to a risky path with irreversible consequences. Film, Shedrik, 2023. The action of the film takes place in the 30s of the last century in Ivano-Frankivsk, who was then called Stanislavov. One empire supplants another, the ruling regimes are at odds, the world is rapidly changing around. Several families of different nationalities live in the same house, and their lives are not can be called happy and calm. Stormy events left no chance for a happy, peaceful life for any of the adults. Thanks to singing teacher Sophia, there is a chance to feel safe at least for a while. Children received together they sang, forgetting about the terrible present and dreaming about a happy future. The film shows the story of three different families, Ukrainians, Poles and Jews. They are united by love for their culture, their song, their language. They were united by a common grief, the change of the repressive machine of the USSR to a penal system, the Third Reich. The singing of the Ukrainian, Shedrik, united children from these families. The warmth of the song warmed the girls throughout their lives, even in times of suffering. The singing teacher Sophia is forced to take home the girls who were left without parents. She protects them and her own daughter Yaroslava from danger. Yaroslava believes that the world can be reconciled with the magical melody, Shedrika. The film shows that the Russian soldier has not changed. The story of a family that saves girls. Very interestingly, the film shows how Ukrainian family respects Jewish, Polish culture, how they celebrate Catholic Christmas, and also celebrate the generous, instilling love for language and to song. How was the shooting of the picture and why the film helped people in other countries to better understand Ukraine and Ukrainian-Russian relations. The film also shows how Ukrainians, Poles and Jews living in the same house unite to survive all upheavals. That's all I have. Subscribe to my channel, because selections will be released regularly. See you soon with a new video.